do one-on-ones with each team member as well. Get to know that one person. And you just ask, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And you find out what it is, and you try to help them through it. Because life happens all the time.
Absolutely.
And, you could come in and not have a great attitude today, or you may have a streak of just having a rough time because life happened. And it's great to have a team leader that can jump in and communicate, because communication is really key to holding a whole team together. And an individual, they're just having a bad month, right? So you have that conversation, you talk to them, and you help build them back up so that they can get back out and do what they do best.
Welcome to the Whistle Way Podcast. I am your host, Brian Kochi, Director of Marketing here at Whistle Realty Group. And today I am joined by our North County / Temecula pod leader, Miss Janice Lovendahl herself. Welcome, Janice.
I'm the pod leader.
You are. You lead the pod. And what's great about today, about having you here, you are our pod leader, our team leader for our North County team, and Temecula team. And we're going to talk about some of the things that you've done that's been unique that I don't think we've ever done here at Whistle before you, of really doing some cool things to bring that pod, that county of agents really together. And when we first kind of had people in, we'd had some people come in, but they weren't really tied into Whistle because we were in North Park or Santee. These are places in San Diego. Janice came in, said, I live in Temecula. I'm going to hire Temecula people. We're going to build out our brand in Temecula, and I'm going to do it whether you liked it or not. Not really. We obviously wanted her to do it. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today and what some of the things she's done to help you build some more team unity within your team. Or if you're looking to join a team, some things that you should be looking for. Before we get into that, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to find more information about how to grow your business. We have a website called thewhistleway.com. On thewhistleway.com, you have all sorts of resources available free to you right there. You can join our Facebook group. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. On there, we both post lots of content to help you grow your business, things that we're discussing either on the podcast, within our team meetings, or little tips that we have along the way to help you grow your business. You can join our referral network. People are leaving San Diego at record paces. They need somewhere to go, and we want to collect a referral fee. So let us know where you work, and so we can send them your way. You get paid, we get paid, everyone's happy, good experience. You can learn about our Media Mayor Mastermind course. This is a course that Kyle and I created to really kind of walk through with people step by step the tactical moves that they need to create a video series like we've done. We've spent the past 8 years creating, and bypass all the mistakes that we made. Learn about the arguments Kyle and I have had, and sometimes he wins and sometimes I lose. So that's one way to do it. And really kind of learn that the whole process, skip over all of the mistakes and go right into what you need to know. So all of that you can find on thewhistleway.com.
Nice.
That's good, huh?
Good job.
Thank you. I always seek approval when I do something that Kyle's supposed to do. So, Janice, now it's time for you to talk. Now it's time for you to spit some knowledge. Now it's time for you to share with those that are listening, what are things that you have done here at Whistle that you can think translate when building camaraderie in a team? How do you build the tight-knit group that you've built?
You know, it's interesting, and I was listening to you as you were just giving the intro there, and you were saying things that I have done that I really have not even thought much about, that I've done anything special. And I think what the main thing is just treating people like people and caring about people and letting them know that they are being heard and that you care.
So, okay, that's good. How? Right? Because I hear that, all right, let them know that they're heard. What do you do? How? I know you get your team together. how do you kind of foster that relationship?
You know, I try to just make every time we're together to make it special. I try to make it not just be a task of something that we have to do. So what I did is, because of course being on such a wonderful team like Whistle Realty, they have systems in place which are perfect for agents to be able to be successful in this
is not
business.
a recruiting piece.
It is not. It really
I didn't tell Janice I said, hey, recruit, but it is true. So that's good.
It is so true. And it can be a little stressful for some, and especially the new ones who are joining the team, because it can be a lot. So when we do meet in person, I try to make it as special as possible, and I try to make each person feel special. So what I have done from the beginning of trying to build the Temecula and the North County offices is just, hey, before we get started doing the things that we know we need to do, which is important because those are the systems that we have to take care of, I want to know more about you. And I will go around the room and everyone can share who they are, where they're from, what they like to do. Has nothing to do with real estate. And I want them to just relax and feel comfortable, and then we will all learn about each other, and then they find out they all got something in common.
Awesome.
So that's one of the techniques that I have used, which I didn't think was a big deal, but I guess it works.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Well, and I've seen, because we utilize Slack. If you've been listening to us for a long time, you heard Kyle say we will never use Slack. And then here we are. So that's fun for our, if you've been watching for a long time. But we use Slack and we have different groups, and I'm in the Temecula group and I see what you're doing. You guys often get together outside of work. So obviously there are things that we need to do together, right? We do our Tuesday meetings. So every Tuesday we get together virtually and in person, and you've done a great job. Temecula has typically just said, oh, I'll Zoom in. More and more, week after week, more and more people are showing up to the office and you guys are getting together. So I see that. I see you guys going to different offices for role play, or even, I think you went to a listing last week, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
So kind of keeping that new and fresh. Mm-hmm. So kind of expanding on making it special and kind of breaking up the minutia. I think you do a good job of making things fun and exciting and not boring routine. But I also see that you guys do things outside of stuff all the time. You guys are going out and I don't know, bowling or beaching, or I don't know. You guys are always doing stuff. One of my favorite things you did is, and again, talking about the boring and minutia, is you threw a party when you launched the Temecula office, and it was so exciting. You guys had desks to build, chairs to build, and I mean, I felt a little bit of FOMO. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, man, that seemed like a lot of fun. So you took something that was typically not looked at as super exciting. People might be listening and saying, well, I don't want to build a desk. You would if you were with Janice. And you really make it fun. And I mean, anyone that's watching or listening can tell that you're a fun person to be around.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And I think what brings us together is just trying to let everyone know we support you and we are a team together. And just for instance, the office build party, that was a whole nother thing. I was like, bringing everyone together and saying, this is our office, so let's all get together and let's build it.
I love that.
Yes.
Giving them some authority, giving them some ownership.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are some other ways you can do that with the team?
Yeah, and I think that works really well. And the thing is that's what attracted a lot of agents to Whistle Realty anyway, is because of the core values that we have, and it all comes together with that. Because everyone is coming from contribution. Everyone is always trying to be positive. And of course, the big one for me is like, you grow or you die. So you gotta grow.
Is that your favorite?
It's one of my favorites.
I would pin you for with positivity 10 times out of 10.
Yes, that's it too. But coming from positivity, and when you bring in people like that, everyone is going to come together and help one another. So, for instance, the time we went to the one listing, and I said, you know what? we're going to do role play at her listing because for now it's not moving. So guess what? Don't you worry. The team is coming. We're coming to your listing. It's going to be a broker open. We're going to do role play there. We're going to promote your listing. We're going to all post it on Facebook and on our social medias. We're going to help you succeed. And that's what I tried to bring to the table, is to bring everyone together as a team and to support one another, no matter which way it is.
I love that. Now let's talk about the less exciting part of team leadership. Getting people together, having fun, building. I don't like building desks, but
It was fun,
right? Doing the chili cook-off, winning second place. That's all fun. What happens when you have an individual on your team that maybe isn't fitting the core values? They're not positive. They're not coming from contribution. They're not trying to figure out the solution on their own. How do you? I know we're not. This part wasn't. Janice's like, you're tricking me. She's like, we're supposed to talk about how do we build a great team. But I think building a great team has to deal with dealing with people that are not a good fit.
Absolutely.
How do you deal with that?
Absolutely. And that's the thing too. I think that's important is that the team leader needs to kind of do one-on-ones with each team member as well. Get to know that one person. And you just ask, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And you find out what it is and you try to help them through it. Because life happens all the time.
Absolutely.
And, you could come in and not have a great attitude today, or you may have a streak of just having a rough time because life happened. And it's great to have a team leader that can jump in and communicate, because communication is really key to holding a whole team together. And an individual, they're just having a bad month, right? So you have that conversation, you talk to them, and you help build them back up so that they can get back out and do what they do best.
I love it. So let's talk specifically to team leaders right now. Team leaders here, they're listening to the podcast, they're watching it on YouTube, and they're thinking, okay, this sounds good. I want to build better unity within my team. We're good. We could be better. What do you do? Give me, I like the number 3. What are the 3 things? If someone said, Janice, your team in North County, your team in Temecula, they are a team. They'll go and do things together. They'll help each other with showings. They will do all of these things. They're a tight-knit group. I have a team that we have people, but they won't help each other out. What are 3 pieces of advice you say, this is what you should do to help build that team better?
Communication, consistency, and...
So tell me, let's dive in. Communication. How often do you communicate? What do you communicate? Do you set one-on-ones? Do you do weekly meetings? Like what is that?
One-on-ones are a must.
Okay.
And they don't have to be long. They can just be, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if that. But just touching each person here and there, because you never know what they need to say, or so that they can feel heard, right? And then you can help them get out of whatever it is. Sales is not an easy job. It's not something you're dealing with rejection almost every single day.
If you're doing it right, at least, right?
Yes, right? If you're out there doing what you need to do, now you're hitting that rejection all the time. And so sometimes, you just need to talk to someone about it. And it may be that team lead. If you can keep that communication and you know that team lead is actually care about you, you're going to actually be able to communicate with them. But I would say one-on-ones for sure, at least once a month. If not, you may need to do it twice a month, but I would not let a month go by without actually talking to an agent.
Perfect. Okay, so that's one thing. What else?
You had me another one. You said...
Well, you said. I said give me 3. Communication, you said consistency.
Consistency.
Consistency in what?
Consistency and communication.
Okay. I still think that's still part of communication.
Consistency with communicating with them, consistent being fun and meetings with the group as a whole as well. Like I meet with our team now, we meet at least once a week. And that's where we can share anything that's happening in their transactions. We talk about anything that they need help with. I train on certain things. Like now this week we're going to be doing the ninja selling.
Oh.
We're going to do that book. So everyone's reading the book and we do a chapter a week.
Fun.
Yeah.
I like that. So, okay, so we've got communication with one-on-ones and making sure people are heard. We got meeting in terms of sales skills and making sure we do that as a group. And then also, if I could add one for you,
Yeah.
will you allow it?
Sure.
Okay. One thing I think that we as Whistle do well, and I think you do especially well up in your area, is meeting at least once. We meet once a month with something that's not work related. Let's get out of the office. Let's go to a football game. Let's go to last month bowling, bonfire, frisbee golf. I want to do laser tag, but they shut my favorite laser tag place down. I'm super sad. But stuff like that where you can get outside, and it could be a dinner at someone's house or a game night, just to get out of work mode. Especially I think in real estate and business and jobs in general, there's always some tension between someone at some point, right? There's a little bit of rub, and if you're not growing, right? And so getting outside of the work and, we can be a lot more, when I go, oh yeah, Mike is a person. He yelled at me for photos yesterday, but like we're cool today.
Yeah.
Like he's a person. I forget that. So meeting, we do once a month and we host some sort of event. Mm-hmm. And so I think that may be beneficial. Do you think that helps?
We got to keep it fun. We have to keep it fun, and you got to keep things going outside of work and not having to talk about real estate all the time, right? So we can relax. It's a stressful job. So we do try and get together on different occasions for different things. I know we did the chili cook-off. We did what was it? It was a WCR event, and it was the Women's Council of Realtors.
Oh, yes.
And we did that. It was I know. So
I was like, I wasn't invited.
You weren't invited to that. So, but we went in there and we made it fun. And we made it fun, but also representing Whistle. Mm-hmm. We all had our orange dresses on.
Love it.
Yes. And I brought whistles for everybody. So
oh,
they'll be
that's
like,
cute. That's cute.
But guess what? That was memorable. It brought everyone together. Everyone's like, okay, I'm gonna meet you guys at so and so's house, and we'll carpool over, so on and so forth. It brought everyone together, and that's what we want to do, because then that pours over into our business as well, and we'll continue to support one another.
So when you're listening to this right now, and if you are a team leader, hopefully you took notes on these three things, right? Constant communication, constant selling and skill building, and then constant fun, right? And if you are on a team and you feel like maybe you're lacking in one of those areas, send this podcast, send this video, skip forward on YouTube to your team leader and say, hey, they do this. It would be cool if we did this. I remember I was on a call with Kyle once. He was talking to someone who was looking to join the team, and they said, yeah, our team doesn't do trainings. And they said, if you want trainings, just go on YouTube and watch Kyle's stuff. And they said, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to join his team. They said they didn't do weekly trainings. So if your team leader isn't doing that, I'm not saying join our team. You can, that's cool. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying send this to your team leader and say, hey, this is what they do. Maybe we should look into implementing something like this. Last thing before we get to our widget of the week, and I'm freaking out because I forgot my widget. I'll figure that out in a minute.
That means I'm going first.
That's correct. Before we get to that, give me three things that Tom laughs as I say three, but I want to flip it. Tom. Give me, fine, no. I'm going to give you four now.
Oh.
Four is harder.
Oh,
give me four things.
Here?
Me. Give me four things that if someone's looking to join a team, what should they look for that are different than the three things we just talked about?
Four. Oh my goodness.
You want to go to five?
Oh my God.
So someone's looking to join a team and they say, okay, what do I need? What am I looking for? What should they look for in a team?
You want to make sure it's a fit.
Oh, fit. Okay, now they all have to be F's. 4 F's. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's a fit.
Okay, let's come up with 4 F's.
Let's just come up with 4.
Okay.
All right, so it makes sure it fit both culturally and with your vision as an agent, right?
Absolutely. It's important because it's got to be a really good fit.
You got to make sure your goals align, right? Mm-hmm. If you want to do this on the side, do 2 or 3 transactions a year, do it well, whatever. Cool. My dad did that. Fine. But you want to make sure that you're not joining a high-octane team that's expecting you to do role play every week and have minimum standards for communication. Like, maybe that's not the right fit. Okay, so you want to make sure you're fit. What else? Number 2.
He's good. A company that is open,
Tell me more.
where they're open to take in other ideas and feedback.
Okay.
To grow, because you may come in with some really great ideas. So you got to be creative, and you want to make sure the company can handle someone coming in.
Janice, you have come in with so many great ideas, and there have been a few stinkers too. Where
What stinkers?
you've told me, for once, you say we should buy a moving truck that says open house this way. I'm not going to buy a moving truck that we park on the street.
No, not a moving truck. I want the what
Box
is it?
truck.
It's a trailer, and you put up a big billboard on the trailer. That's all you need. I want a whistle trailer.
We'll design it if you pay for it.
That's a whistle trailer.
I'll have our graphic designer design it. You just have to buy it.
Velcro does wonders.
Okay. We'll design it. You get it printed and drive it around. All right. So they're open.
I got great ideas for that moving truck.
I know. She still thinks it's a great idea. It's fine. It's fine. We have different opinions. Well, I told you, we'll design it. You pay for it. Okay. Number 2. So they're fit. They're open.
I love it.
Number 3. What else?
We need another one. Another F. Another F.
Well, open isn't an F.
Okay,
so.
that is not an F. Make sure that the company is fun.
Ooh, fun.
They do fun things. It's not all serious. And focus.
Ooh. Are those? That's 3 and 4.
See,
Fun and
there
fun.
we go. How many F's did I get, Tom?
That's 3. 3 Fs. You said open.
He gave me a 4-finger.
Oh, 3. When he has 2 fingers down, he only has 5 fingers. So do you want to do another
Okay,
F?
so what do we do?
Fun.
Focus.
Open.
Open. That wasn't an F.
No.
Then what was my other F, Tom?
The first one. I don't remember what it was.
Frequent.
Nope. Wasn't it?
We could use that, though.
Okay, sure. We'll go with
can
that.
say frequent.
Sure.
Frequent club team member meetings. Frequent training. Frequent.
Well, if you just keep saying free.
See? But that's what frequent is for. So frequent, fun, open, and now I lost the other one.
See, this is why I take notes, Tom, because I don't remember what we talked about, and I didn't take the notes. I messed up.
But I'll play with it.
Okay, so we've got points for team leaders, things that they can do, things that people that are on teams can forward to their team leaders. We've got things that for people that are looking to join. There's like 5 Fs and 1 O in there. I don't know what we did. But for those of you guys that took notes, if you could, do me a huge solid, because I won't touch this video. Tom will edit it. If you could, in the comments on YouTube, just let me know what the Fs and the O were,
Fs were.
because I'll forget, and I would love to see it. So if you can write that in the comments, I'd really appreciate that. Anything else that we need to talk about in terms of making sure we've got a fun, frequent, family place to be? Any final tips of how to kind of build culture around a team?
Just know what your core values are.
Oh, wait, it was something about focus. Focus was one.
Focus was one.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. See, it's all coming back to you.
And so make sure you're focused on
said it
it's too late.
No, it's too late.
Focused on a singular goal. Like we have our goal of how many transactions we want to hit, and we all work together to do that. So love that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Whistle Way podcast. Before we get into our Whistle Widget of the Week, I am going to shamelessly beg for a review, a comment, a share. Doing these little things on your end means a lot to us. It helps us grow our audience. It helps us make other people better. If you want to be one of the agents that only wants to grow and doesn't want other people to grow with you, you wouldn't be joining our team, because that's come from contribution is a core value. So if you could just do a little thing for us as we spent this last 25 minutes or so talking and sharing with you, I'd appreciate it. Janice would appreciate it. Kyle sure as hell would appreciate it. I think Tom, would you appreciate it?
I guess.
Tom would be all right. Chad probably wouldn't care. So there's that. So thank you guys so much. Let's hop into our Whistle Widget of the Week. I remembered mine, but I want you to go first.
Oh, you remembered yours?
Yeah. This
Okay.
is something that we use in our daily lives. Helps us have more fun, save us time, save us money. Just, something we use.
Yes.
What do you got, Janice?
I got Canva.
Ooh, good one.
Ooh, Canva on the phone. It's a wonderful app, and it works just as easy as it does on the laptop.
That's a good call.
So you can pull up flyers that you had already created. You can modify them. You can do all of that here. And Canva's got some new stuff that's come that now for Instagram and all that stuff.
They've got video editing with the Pro plan. You can remove
Isn't it
backgrounds.
crazy?
It's great.
Yeah, and you got it all in the palm of your hand.
We actually have our designer. He uses Adobe Illustrator. It's very confusing. I don't know how to even download anything. I tell him design it there. I don't care what you do. But I say put it in Canva so I can edit it. Right. And so he's doing things for us where he's designing it there, putting it in Canva, and then either I or one of my team members are changing the photo out, and we're good to go. It's done. So
yes.
I love that.
This is a time saver right here for agents who have to create flyers and anything. Even now, like you say, TikTok video. I mean, not TikTok. Did I say TikTok? Instagram.
You can.
I can't. Okay.
You can say TikTok. It's not a bad word. Oh, is that
what happened?
I don't know. Sometimes we don't talk about TikTok. So,
why are we not? Okay, that's a different podcast. Okay, I love it. I love Canva. I actually opened it up this morning to look at the design that RJ sent me. So I love it.
Oh,
good.
Okay, good.
My widget is for those of us iPhone users. Not all of us are iPhone users.
Oh.
You guys are fine. I'm not going to give you shit about it. Like, that's fine. Like, I don't want to... Kyle goes down the way wrong. It doesn't matter. But I have an iPhone. If you have an iPhone, listen. If you don't, that's fine. The new iOS update, I think it's iOS 16, will allow you to change your wallpaper. The thing that I really like about... You can add widgets and stuff. The one I have now is... I'll tell you how to do it, too. You just long press on the wallpaper. Oops, I got to unlock it first. And it'll allow you to customize it. You hit the little plus button to customize it. And at the top, it says add a new wallpaper. And you hit the photo shuffle. And what that does is you can shuffle some photos on your phone. You can tell which ones to do it from. And so it'll show you photos. And I have it set to where every time I tap it, shows me a new photo. It says my beautiful Prim and my beautiful Georgia. So I love seeing it, and it updates every day. So I get new photos. So the new wallpaper on my iPhone is my favorite thing, my favorite tech gadget that I've used in the last month, I think.
Hey, I like that.
Well, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Whistleway Podcast. Go to thewhistleway.com for more and more and more to help you grow your business. See y'all next week.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.